Happy good morning. Happy good morning. I'm doing a how-to video, and you can see my face is half done, which is really funny because I started this with my iPad and then I looked down and realized it stopped recording. So here is what I'm doing. I am recording this for a customer and dear friend, and the rest of you get to benefit, so you're welcome. So I went ahead and I started, did all my skincare, kind of talked through it. Now I feel like I wasted my breath, but anyway, so, and pardon my hair, I'm training it, so it's got random bobby pins in it, and I haven't dried it yet. So, but what I am doing is kind of walking through an easy how-to eye, and I'm using Mariah specifically because, one, it's for her, and two, because that way she can apply it, and again, if you have the same set or color, you can do it as well. And I'm just kind of walking through that. So here's my process with that. What I'm doing is using a hazelnut color. Again, it's just kind of a deeper taupe, if you will. And because one, it looks awesome on everybody, and two, it's real easy and neutral. So the one thing that I did talk about that I need to come back with is my base or my primer is this sparkly, you can kind of see the shimmer. Focus. Beach Blonde. And so what I would suggest, Mariah, is if you don't already have an eye primer or a cream eye color that you want to use, go ahead and put some foundation on your lid so it's going to hold your mineral color or your powder color. It's going to hold it on better. You're also creating a even base. Pretend that your eye is a canvas and you're painting a beautiful painting, and so that canvas needs to be clean and even. It also needs to have, I don't want to use the word tacky, but like a little bit of, a creamy. It needs to be hydrated because the powder needs something to stick to. My number one complaint is I don't wear eyeshadow anyway because it rubs off by the end of the day. Okay, well, mine never does, and I have to wash my face off every night because all of my makeup is still on my face. Why? Because I do things like use a cream color, and it holds it on. Acts like a glue. There's what I'm looking for. So what I did is you can go ahead and you can use whatever you want as far as a sponge tip applicator. Comes in majority of, if you buy pre-made colors or whatever, you go to the store. The majority of what people use. There's also this flat brush that come with a lot of them. I don't love it because it doesn't have the control that I want. I do like this because you can turn it on its side and use it. You can use it broad and flat, or you can use the tip, so you've got a lot of control. So I'm gonna use this here in a minute, but right now I'm gonna use my brush, which I call a blending brush. And you can kind of see that it's a little more rounded at the top. It's got a little more control. So I'm going to go ahead and get in here, dig in. And then what I'm doing is I'm just going, see when my eyes open, I have my eyelid, you can see it, and then there's the crease, and then there's above it. If I'm remembering correctly, you have a standard eye as well, and it's a little deeper set, which is awesome. You get to accentuate that. And it can be good and bad. So the accentuation comes with lighter colors bring things forward, darker colors bring things backwards or hide them, push them back. So make them deeper. So you can see this eye looks deeper already because I did a darker color right here in addition to this one. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this one back in. And I'm literally just kind of following that crease. And I'm going just a little above it because I want to play it up, a little more drama. If you put it in the crease, nobody's going to see it because your blink would be the only time it'd be open. And then it's going to go away because your crease. So you want to go a little above it to add more drama, add more definition. So I did that. And then I'm going to go with this sparkly brown color here up in the corner. You can see how shimmery it is. It's kind of bronzy coppery, and this is just, like I said, for me. You can pick what colors you like. This one's awesome. It has like an espresso color here on the bottom, and that might be good because it's like a matte color. Matte means no shimmer. It's like a flat color, kind of like think paint. So some people are scared of the glitz and glam of sparkle. So there's no reason you couldn't do matte and fall in love with the same look. So you're gonna go ahead and, for me, I'm gonna go just above that crease, and I'm using a flatter, shorter, stubbier brush so I have more control. This is called a eye smudger. So I'm gonna go right here and I'm just gonna pat the color down. So like I'm pushing versus brushing. So push the color down. And you can see how that looks different. So that's what I did. So go ahead and I'm gonna add a little more because I like to blend. The difference between an amateur and a professional is symmetry and blending. Obviously, they're not symmetrical right now. You can see this one's darker. And this one, I can't wink real well, is blended. So I'm gonna bring back that blending brush, wipe it off, make sure there's nothing on it, and I'm just gonna go ahead and smooth it out. That's the goal. So I've still got that color, I've still got what I want on there, but I'm just blending it out. Okay, I like a highlighter, and I don't want to use like that one I just showed had like a silvery shimmer. Like I just don't do that. So I'm gonna use something like this, like a nude super skin tone. It's called Sweet Cream. So it's a little, whoop, let me take it out of my clamshell. It's like a ivory, it's matte, it's easy. I'm gonna take some, and again, I just use my blending brush because I love it. And I'm gonna go, so right now I have 1, 2, 3 layers, and this is my 4th. So I'm just gonna take and I'm gonna blend the edge of that 3rd layer all the way up to my eyebrow. Okay, blend, 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 blend. That's all I say. Same thing over here. Blend, blend, blend. Here's my next favorite thing. So we're gonna go ahead and you can use an angled eye brush. See that? I'm gonna take that same shimmery bronzy color that I used, and here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go in your lash line and stipple. Think stencil. So stippling is like tapping, like little short quick taps. Okay, so you're pressing that color into that cream, and that is where you're gonna, that's where your eye, see, my eyeliner just appeared because I stippled. And actually, because I did it with my eye closed, I got the bottom eye too. So for you, I would probably just stick with the top and maybe do like 1/2 to 3/4 on the bottom. Depends on the color. If you use a brown, like I'm doing, you could probably get away with this. But as far as your lashes go, I would do just the top and blow them out of the water, because you have, I know you did that virtual makeover thing in that app, but like that, like your eyes go super big and Bambi, which is awesome because you have those gorgeous eyes, and so that's what I'm just gonna tap it in. A little Happy Gilmore action, and just make it even. I didn't want to leave space. So see what that looks like. Again, make it even. So if you got more on one side, fill it up. So does that make sense? So that way you don't even have to do a liner, you're using a shadow. Some people don't like the harshness, and that's where the hooker comes into play. And so that's one thing I would talk about. The other thing you want to do is get out your moisturizer or your eye cream. I use my Age Fighting eye cream. I don't have one in here, but I have a cotton ball. and just take a little bit of product. You're gonna put it down here. 1, because your eye needs hydrated. 2, because you need to pick up that fallout. So I do not have foundation on yet. So you're gonna take that fallout or all that product that splattered everywhere, especially from the stippling, and you're gonna go ahead and just clean it up. So a good way to do it, here, and I'll do the other eye with it, is tissue paper. By that I mean tissue in the round, toilet paper if you will. So I'm gonna do like a little bit on here. Again, a little goes a long way. And then what I'm gonna show you is just, this is what I do with a cotton ball, but I'm in the guest bathroom, so I don't have one right now. And then I'm just gonna do this because nobody wants dark circles, and sometimes using like purples and blues and these browns make it look like, see, that's why we do it. So instead of that being under my foundation and that being what people see, I went ahead and I cleaned it up. You don't want to use an eye makeup remover because the eye makeup remover will actually take away all your skincare that you've already done. You want to use the eye cream because the eye cream will hydrate and it'll pick up all that fallout. So that's what you want to do. As far as dark circles, here's my trick for that because I have them, thank you God for allergies and keeping me humble. So I just do a little concealer on the back of my hand. Okay, I just squeeze a little bit, and I literally use like the tiniest little bit. And I'll probably wipe most of this off. So I use my flat cream eye color concealer brush, teeny tiny, you see that? And what I like about it is I'm gonna work a little bit with it. And I'm gonna get a little bit on here. And then your goal is to color in the lines. So a lot of people are like, conceal dark circles. The problem is all you did was you took that level of variation in color and you lifted all of it in a couple shades. So what you need to do with a concealer, you can see I applied it in my brush. And then because of the consistency, you need to pat it with your finger to kind of smooth it out. So also, when you're looking down, you're gonna have more, oh, look at that. See, it works. So see how I don't have dark right here, I actually am lighter and puffier. And so you can see it's darker just in this corner. And so color in the lines, that's the trick. I'm sure it's what you teach your boys. So color in the lines. And again, blending is everything with this. The other thing you can do is you can use a lighter foundation shade. If you've got like a summer shade versus a winter shade, you could always just lighten it up a little bit. And you can even see with me looking down the difference that makes. And so that brings the focus to my eyes. Brings the focus to my eyes and not underneath them. Okay? Hope this helps. Again, call me if you have any questions. Totally love it. So, it's funny because I have girlfriends that I'll send out with products or whatever, demos or ideas, and they'll text me back like a series of photos of what they've done and what's working and what's not, and, you know, yelling help. So, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and just do my foundation now after I do my primer. So it's a crime not to prime. That's what I always say. So a little pea drop of foundation primer, another layer of SPF. You missed that for my skincare earlier because my glitch in technology. But I just do a little primer because I want my foundation to stay on. I want to dance, have a good time, live it up, be in the wind, be in the sun, and not worry that, scratch my nose, and not worry that everything just came off and now I'm a walking disaster. So, so I prime it up, and a little tiny bit goes a long way. This is a new thing I'm doing. I'm using this, it's super flat mineral powder brush, but I'm using it for my liquid foundation. I'm a shade Ivory 4, and I use a Luminous, and I use probably that much. So like probably twice as much of eye as I do eye cream. So dab it around a little bit. I dab it around my face a little bit. I don't like to be cake-faced, meaning I don't like to look like I was iced. I like to look like I'm natural, and I like it to look like that's my skin color. But for me, it's a foundation is about evening out what you've got. And as I said, you already have great skin, so evening it out is where it's at for you. So here's the and I'm not even pushing very hard because it feels awesome. It's like a little massage on my face. So you can see, evened it out. That's the trick. Okay, here's the other thing. For me, you can just see it as I'm doing this, that my foundation is awesome because it creates a nice even tone. It's very even, very. So since I don't love that, sorry, I'm trying to train my hair, and so I'm putting these bobby pins in to kind of keep it where I want it. So that happens when you change hairstyles. Okay, so, oh, cheek. So this is a cream blush because I used a cream foundation. Not a shadow, foundation. And then smile. I do. Here, 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 here. So just kind of take it and blend it up. Again, this is way brighter than you would probably use. But I'm going to go ahead and then I don't use the same finger because it's already on there. And just kind of blend it out. And a little goes a long way. All you want it to be is a natural blush. So the reason I do it in that angle, again, I'll keep blending, don't worry. The reason I do it in that angle is because ultimately it's highlight, cheek, bronzer, foundation, whatever. So you're gonna see, you want all your layers to kind of blend together. So if you feel like, oh, that's still too bright, you can always come back in with your foundation brush, blend it in. So that really bright color, blended in pretty good. Even as an ivory, I used a cranberry. So next, I do my bronzer, and don't judge, I'm getting a new one. But it is like loved, loved, loved. So there's a little bit left. And I take my powder brush, blush brush, whatever, cheek color, and this is just my bronzing brush. Suck in your cheeks. And go right underneath that cheek color. And you honestly, you don't have to wear blush if you don't want to. But I like the definition because I have really round faces, you can see. So I like to make the optical illusion that I have more sunken cheeks, if you will. I have more defined cheekbones. So that's what I do. And then to like bring the focus to the center of my face, especially with my hair as tall as it is and as off my forehead as it is, I blend it up into my hairline. And I blend down my temples. And so you can see where a little goes a long way. So let's blend, blend, blend. And then mascara, and I'll define my brows. The thing you can do with it is the same angle brush that we did for your eye. Obviously, I don't want to use that color. So if you don't have a brow pencil, you can actually use the same angle brush. Man, we're going to town with this dark color. And just take a little bit of your eyeshadow, put it on the end, and then just go ahead and kind of stipple And you're gonna kind of just let that powder adhere. And you're just gonna kind of fill it in. And that's the difference between eyebrows and no eyebrows. I mean, I have them, but it's nice to have an eyebrow that frames your makeup. So sometimes that helps your makeup not look as dark when your eyebrows frame it. And since I know you're a blonde, you're gonna have lighter brows. So just adding a little eyeshadow in there. Get it, girl. So that way you're done. Okay. I always wear 2 mascaras because I'm a mascara junkie. I don't really have lashes. You do. I don't want to hear it. And so I always do like a bold and thick first, and then I do my waterproof lengthening on top, and then I'm done. This was a tutorial. It really doesn't take me 20 minutes to do this. Just FYI. So that's my bold and thick. Gives me lashes. And then I do my waterproof. For you, I don't know that I would necessarily worry about the bottom lashes. I think that you have such drama on the top and such awesome lashes on the top that for you, I would just do that and don't worry about the bottom yet. And then we can worry about the bottom later. You may never need it. So, I like it because I feel like the bottom's naked without it for me because I can't see it. So, some girls have the eye shape and the face shape and everything to go without it. I think you're one of them. I don't have that opportunity, so I just do that. So, I hope it helps. You can see it's just a nice gradient. Blend, blend, blend. If you need something else, let me know. Mwah!